Lotso was a monster, but only because he realized the harsh realities of life. That toys are just replaceable entities by the next carbon copy waiting in line. So, naturally, he became an authoritarian dictator and built a toddler gulag so he would never be replaced again. But to imagine that, let me just put you in his shoes. So imagine for a minute that you are Lotso, aka Lotso Huggin Bear. You are a legally distinct, copyright safe Care Bear without an emoji on your stomach. But instead of that, you smell like strawberries. It's just a little detail that disarms those around you before you take everything from them. When you were younger, you were loved. You were loved so much and you loved her. She was special to you and you thought that you were special to her. You did absolutely everything together and you were her main toy. You were her shoulder to cry on when bad things happened. Needless to say, you never thought it would end and you would degrade gracefully onto the mantelpiece to watch the child that you love forever as her guardian. But fate had other plans. You and her went out for a drive one day. She ended up falling asleep and left you behind. It seems her parents forgot about you, and you can only imagine the tantrum that she is going through when she finds out that you're not there. So, like a madman, you try and do everything to get home back to her, all while your thoughts about how devastated she is going to be without you. Through the wind and the rain, you searched, and you actually did make it home, but all you found was a bitter reality. See, it doesn't matter how special or loved you may have been, toys are replaceable, because you always have an identical copy waiting in the wings to usurp your power. And on that day, you swore that you would never let that happen ever again. Of course, with that though, you have to gaslight your friends here a little bit. You have to, cheekily tell them that they were all replaced, not just you. How could, because how could she only replace you and not them? That's crazy. You were the special one. You were the chosen one. They were the accessories to the playtime. How could she not replace the accessories first? But by some divine miracle, you ended up exactly where you needed to be. A daycare called Sunnyside. It's a paradise of innocent toys waiting to be exploited. A little bribe here, a little incarceration there, and of course convincing people to send your political threats to the toddler room to get broken and then discarded in play. While also keeping the most malleable and compliant, or those with, survival instincts that won't rock the boat as keepers. It's a simple calculation really. Keep those who facilitate or don't threaten your reign and remove those who do. Now, imagine you're surprised one day when you get a new, fresh batch of recruits. Of course, everyone in the room is putting on their most ingratiating smile and their best foot forward because they know that these are the lambs for the slaughter and they are the ones that are going to take the place so you don't have to draw the straws to go into the toddler room again. These are the toys that are going to keep them safe. So it's kind of better to lure them in with kindness, before you throw them to the fucking wolves.
Buzz Lightyear, at your service.
Oh, did he just say, oh. Yes, we have a diligent worker. He's perfect. Anyway, you decide it's time for you to show up.
Welcome to Sunnyside, folks. I'm Lotso Huggin Bear.
Give them a grand entrance. Give them the old lots of charm because you got lots of love to give. And I mean, this batch of meat is so innocently naive. They are so ready to play. It's like more than anything in the world to them. So how could you be so cruel as to not oblige them with this? Of course, they did not specify what play they wish to experience. So who knows? Maybe they will love the toddlers. Maybe for them, they are so starved of affection and being played with that being brutalized might actually seem delightful to them. Who knows what they think about?
When the kids get old, new ones come in. When they get old, new ones replace them.
And then you show them the best news ever. This is not just a daycare or a place to be played with. It is a perpetual purgatory of misery that never ends. And the kids who come here function as revolving doors of just suffering for all, especially for those in the toddler room. And you are the one who orchestrates the whole thing.
No owners means no heartbreak.
And the best bit, they actually seem to love the idea. Oh, it brings such a tear to your eye to see such malleable morons ready to be sacrificed. We could build a cult around this. A cult of hugs. Toddler hugs. So, with your little tour over, you leave them to get, well, acquainted with their new playmates. Not before you give them your little ethos.
We're masters of our own fate. We control our own destiny.
It's your ethos, not theirs, right? Because, like, you are the master of the fate. You are their master now. They're just living in your world. And may God have mercy on their souls. Oh, and also may God have mercy on your soul for having to deal with Barbie and Ken. Oh my God. Thank God they have a house at least. At least that we only have to hear them rubbing their smooth parts together. At least when he's not in the poker room. It turns out that Buzz was cotton onto your plans. And guess who took the initiative on that one? Ken. This guy, man. If he wasn't such a fucking simp for you, he'd be first to the gulag for trying to usurp your authority. Because, like, this is bad. This is, like, extremely bad. If Buzz goes back and tells the others the truth, there could actually be an uprising. These new toys aren't broken yet. They still have the strength to try and swing things in their favor. And there was actually quite a lot of them. And, like, it just seems that Ken does not have the foresight. You have to wait for them to be broken before you start, you know, doing anything else. God, he'd be a terrible horse trainer.
We're calling you up to the big leagues, son.
See, what you're doing is trying to isolate this guy. See if he's a threat. See if he's willing to sell out his friends for his own benefit. Because, you know, you always look for people who could be bought, because someone you can buy is someone you can exploit. Money is cheap.
We're a family. We stay together.
Oh, okay, so he's an ideologue. Okay, well, game's over then. Can't buy this guy. you tried to be pleasant. You did. You tried your best here. You tried making them feel welcome. So, you know, now it's time for the game to be over. Now you can show them how much lots of worse it can be.
I understand. Put him back in the timeout chair.
But you do know that the Buzz Lightyear dolls, they are quite a militant and diligent bunch. And, you know, they basically... I mean, this one's a bit different because he seems a bit strange. But they're, like, pretty crazy creatures, actually. They really are, like, ha, 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 ha. So, you opt for the next best thing. A little bit of cheeky Clockwork Orange brainwashing.
From play to demo.
Stop! No!
And with that, your rule is absolute. And now you even have a proper peacekeeper that isn't Ken. He's going to do his job perfectly. So you opt for a mob-style meetup, complete with the tractor lights, because why not, right?
You're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah? And who's gonna stop us?
And using your new peacekeeper to toe the line.
Prisoners disabled, Commander Lotso.
Oh man, life is good. This is what you do this for. Just moments like this where you are completely in control. But of course you can't have them thinking that there's no hope. No. That's stupid. That ruins morale. What you need them to think is there is a small sliver of a chance to elevate themselves, and then that way, hopefully, they'll come around to your way of life, where you are in control, where the toys see themselves in the truth, where they are just there to be used and discarded by kids, and by you, of course. None of this nonsense about being there for the kids. No, you are just teaching them the reality of life, that you need to be in control or be a toy to toddlers. None of that love shit.
But if you break our rules, well, you're just hurting yourself.
And to seal the deal, to show them that you mean business, you throw down their little friend's hat. Now, you don't know how you got this hat, but they don't know that, so a little ominous threat goes a long way. But, you know, until the point that it's like, you know, calm down and they're a little bit more broken, you kind of have to run double time. It's a bit frustrating, like, having to get everyone working, but this, what can you do, you know? One of them, again, even tries to escape. The Potato Man. But, okay, it's not that big of a deal. But actually, as the night goes on, your crew is kind of systematically dismantled. It's crazy. You actually find out about them breaking out. Baby didn't even realize what was happening, right? How did Baby not see? So, in that time, you managed to torture the phone and arrive at the trash chute before they did, with Baby, who didn't even realize what was going on. My God, you're good, aren't you? Anyway, you do your best to try and, you know, gaslight them some more, try to make them stay, because, you know, you do not want to be drawing the straws to send people to the gulag, you know? You do need these people to be here to make sure that everything functions perfectly and there's no uprising or whatever.
You're a piece of plastic. You were made to be thrown away.
But what you did not expect was Ken, in his undies, getting upset about Barbie, the same girl who gagged and tied him and left him in it. Oh my God, he has a humiliation fetish. Oh.
Wait. What about Daisy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But then the sheriff, and the sheriff is back, by the way. The sheriff is back, throws down a hammer, and that's not good. This completely ruins your whole thing about being discarded. Now your entire narrative is in shambles.
You lied to Big Baby, and you've been lying ever since.
And this little bit of spiel wins Baby over. That's insane. After everything that you did for Baby, this is how Baby responds. You gave Baby a home. You gave Baby a purpose. You gave him a system, a higher calling, a higher power. And Baby repays you by listening to this sheriff who's only been here for like 5 minutes. Oh, because he misses some girl that didn't even love him. Oh, so she drew a little heart. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. But what you really did not expect was Baby actually throwing you in the trash. You thought you and Baby were thick as thieves. Yeah, you lost your temper sometimes, but that doesn't really justify throwing you in the trash, does it? And now you are completely fucked. Like, honestly, like, truly, completely and utterly, you are screwed. And that's when you see one of the little green things that got stuck under the lid of a closed bin. Like, they must have opened the bin slightly, let it fall on them, and then got trapped. What? Okay. That gives you Woody. And surprisingly, the rest of the Scooby-Doo gang as well. But this is awesome, because if you're gonna die, then the least you can do is let them all die too. Again, you are the master of their fate after all. But unfortunately, you got stuck. You got trapped under some golf clubs, and you are seriously about to get got.
Help me! I'm stuck!
So you call out to them, you do whatever you can, you hope that they will save you, and they do, for some reason. What? Why? They must be really decent folk, because I mean, like, at every point so far, you have tried to kill them, or do horrible things, and they still manage to do that for you. And for a moment, you almost feel like a sort of kinship to them. You did terrible things to them, and they still save your life. You might actually make it out of here alive.
Look, I can see daylight. I don't think that's daylight.
Oh, no, that's not good. But thankfully, you are smart and you see an emergency button and a ladder. You can survive, you can press the button, you can save yourself and them. Probably. But again, you are the master of the fate, not them. You hold their lives in your hands. And if you let them live, they'll come back and take your power. No. You can't lose your power. No, never. You can actually go back to the daycare, reassert your position, and go back to how things were. But you don't want to ruin this for some goofy do-gooders who will only serve to ruin your life and the beautiful things that you've constructed. They'll probably turn the daycare into a utopia or something, rather than the autocratic hellscape of your design. No, you need to go back, and more secret police, more authoritarianism, just more.
Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
If you had a finger, you'd probably flip them the bird, but absolutely, yeah, it's good enough. And you're out. They're dead. You can start somewhere new. Be something new. You are Lotso, and now you have lots of options.
I had me one of these when I was a kid. Strawberries.
Oh, maybe this guy would take you home and give you to his kid or something. Life is looking up.
Hey, buddy, might want to keep your mouth shut.
Oh, well, this was not the ornament that you wanted to become. So if you like the video and you'll hear a lot, consider subscribing and ringing that little bell. Also, please tell me in the comments what it is that you actually like about my videos, so that way I can try and make things better, for one, so I can see what people resonate with, and so that way I can try and increase or improve what I'm doing. Anyway, I just want to shout out my members real quick, especially good old Grant and Alexander Colburn. Thank you guys, your support means everything. And of course, Lambda, Zyla, Toast the Bread, Boss Link, Suzakaze, Lord, I'm guessing that says Lord Ravicus. I just want to say Lord Ravicus. And Alan. Have a great day and have a great life.